So this is your boy Souls the Bank. So I'm going to be breaking down the assets that I was looking for something yesterday, and then in which asset I got my trade. So yesterday I made a breakdown on those four assets, but the only one that presents something good is BTC and US30. So let me show another US30 so that we can make a clear breakdown. I only trade US30 and Nasdaq gold mainly on in New York session. That's the main thing. In New York session, and I wait most of the time for the stock exchange to open. So based on the daily time frame, US30 was actually going is it's clear price showing structure, making higher highs and higher low points. On H4, I just needed the main points which I would be pinpointing on the H4 daily or even H1. So based on the H4 time frame or even the daily, I would say this was our highest point, which was our all-time highs, um, which was our all-time highs. Then, seeing in a fib perception, this was I would say, price created a level of support around 38%. So price was respecting this level of support here, which was a high that price broke before. Wait. So I do know in this level and above this we do have too much momentum. At this level, price started to respect it based on H1. So what I saw was on H1 price was making the retracement. So in this retracement, price broke this low, which was this point. Let me go to it. Broke this point, and then it started a downtrend. But after price made this break of structure, price started to respect this level of support, which was around 51,400. This is the level of support that price was holding. So on M30, so because I wanted details, uh, price created this lower high. And then after this, I would say M15, M30 was the time frame which I was working on my entry. Price came, created a lower high, lower low, lower high, because I'm considering this lower low or a low point because price did not break the high, so we're still in a downtrend. Or we could call this a consolidation. After this, price made a break of structure or an indication. So after this, and I only needed one thing, which was to plot the main high that the price created. So after this, I knew it didn't matter what price would come to do below this level. I knew above this level and above this H4 level, we do have buying pressure. So from this, I would consider this a low point. I would consider this a high point. So on the Fibonacci perspective, low to the high, price made a 100% retracement, and my projections are negative 27%. And the main projection, which is the point where my take profit is negative 61.8, which correlates with the all-time highs. So let's go to open the session indicator. So after this, price was respecting. I was skeptical yesterday if I could buy or no. Then I remember price needs to be in my point of interest so that I can make a decision. So it was good that I did not enter this position because everything was not on point. Price out of session made a retracement and came into our level of support. So after this, I was like, price hasn't disrespected the level of support yet. So what I need to wait for, which was the transition that price needed to give me below the level or even above so that I can buy. On M5, I knew price was on a level of support of H1 or even H4, created this low, this high. So here I knew that price needed to respect this point if I was about to buy. So price when the stock exchange market opened, price came respected this point, which was again a level of support. Price came into this point, respected the level, but it was not yet good so that I can take the entry on M5. No, on M1. I'm sorry. Price had a clear structure. Um, Basically broke the trend line and came to test it, and price may give me the entry point, which was around this point on M1. I had my emails crossover and I had the entry around this point. My stop loss is around here. Yeah, my stop loss is around here. Based on H1, my target is on the high because my stop loss is, let me show, my target is all the way up here. Let me go to M1 so I can drag this. My target looks like this. So that's how I had my entry, and that's what I'm holding now. On H4, the EMAs price rejected my EMAs on H4, so I'm kind of comfortable because I know this is, I don't want to call it a triple. Yeah, this is basically a double bottom. So I'm waiting that. So if price keeps respecting this level, which is around 51,752 or 51,800. If price respects and stays below this daily level, this H4 level, I will be having other entries so that price goes to the high. Analyzing the daily candlestick, price came, took the levels in the on the took positions on this level of support, and it rejected strongly, and price stays above this point. If price doesn't close like really bullish today, I will be, if price closes like this tomorrow, I will be waiting so that the next candlestick can give me the profit. So this was the trade that I had on US30, and price still goes on, and I will be showing if price hit the target. So the main analysis, this one, this is the entry also. This is for 1 to 5. Basically, it's 1 to 4, but basically 1 to 5. And on Nasdaq, I was expecting buys, and I didn't know that price would make this move. So I'm kind of skeptical because sometimes it moves like US30, but I treat every asset the way they behave. Nasdaq was behaving differently, so I needed to treat it differently. And BTC, what happened is, based on the weekly time frame, it's just a perspective. Maybe price can do it, and maybe price is not going to do it. So based on the weekly time frame, price came to this level, created a wick. But on the daily, we do have structure. Daily H4, we do have structure. What tells me is price came to 60,000. So what I'm looking for is maybe price can make a little bit of retracement, or keep consolidating around this point so that it can even keep dropping or start buying. So on H4, which I do have clear structure, price broke structure around this point, and after price make the break of structure, obviously we did have a retracement. So this retracement was mainly on M30 H1. So after that, price started to create a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. After this point created a lower high, it failed to break. It failed to break here. So price ended up waving to the upside. When price made the indicator, wait, let's go to H1. When price made this indication, which was telling us that the price is now bullish on H1, price did what? It created this level. I will not consider this 100% a low because on H4, I don't know how to explain this, but I don't know above this level we do have buying pressure, and now price failed to respect this one so that it can go up. By this point, I do know H1 is mainly um, on a bearish scenario. So I'm still looking for buys based on the fact that price um I don't know, there's a high chance that this candle can close bullish. I don't know why I feel like this, but structure is telling me something, but it's not giving me a clear setup, so I need to wait. But mainly I will start with the buys. If I don't really get a very good transition around this point, my entry is going to be probably above the level. Or if not, price is going to keep dropping and give me a clear indication that it's going to sell off. So that's the main thing that I'm expecting today. Not just today, for the week on this asset. And the other entry I could have had, it was on AUD JPY. I do believe that I showed it yesterday. So this was what happened on the daily. AUD JPY was just selling. The H4, it gives me more details. So price was about to make a retracement on H1. I knew that price was making what? Highs, low. So this was the main point. This is H1 or even I'd consider M30. Here price broke the low. This was the first point that price broke the low. It came to 100%. Again, respected, came created a lower. So this move I would consider a one move. This is not a main lower high, anything like this. So price started to it didn't have enough pressure to sell, but it made a resistance level. So I knew by the moment price makes a correlation on these 2 points is going to wave to the downside. So this entry, I just did put this here, but the entry should have been here because of what? This was the point that M15, I believe, correlated with H1 and H4. As we can see, price also was moving to the upside, creating high low points. Then it consolidated, it made a bullish move. After this, price made an indication, respected the level, then it started to drop. So this is the best case scenario that I could have had this entry. This is the main scenario. And I do have many other entries that I had last week, but with time, as I'm going to be showing how I trade this, the way I see the market. I will be presenting more about my trading style. So this was our second video, and don't forget to subscribe, man. Thank you.